Hi, my name is Vishal. In this video, let's have a look on Expand tool. Expand tool is basically used to convert all Illustrator native elements into path shapes which are filled or generally basically used to edit. And sometimes, let's say you want to export this to some other application. The Illustrator native elements may not respond in that particular software. In that case, you can generally convert them into paths and use in other applications. So right now I have got a simple scene, simple canvas design, which is basically having a gradient in the background. We have a text all about, and it has got a stroke and fill in elements in it. And then we have expand, which is basically achieved using appearance options. So if I can go here, we have appearance. Okay, and I've created all this effects using the appearance window. And we have some pattern created in the background, which is basically again used with some pattern tool, which I cannot edit the shape of this particular design. Let's have a look on the options in expand tool. So right now I have got different elements in this design. One is the background, which has been created using the gradient tool here. You can go and check the gradient features here, and you could able to see I've created this one with these two colors, and it's a radial gradient. Okay, and also I can have a look on the lines. I press Ctrl Y, and you should able to see there is no specific lines visible here. I can press Ctrl Y to switch between these lines, or I can also go to view and then enable this GPU preview, or I can go back and change it to outline. So press Ctrl Y for that. So I'll be selecting the background and go to the expand options, and you should able to see here. Firstly, I want to expand this, okay, and expand it to what? I can expand it to gradient mesh, or specify number of objects, which is basically 255. So I'll just go here to gradient mesh and then apply this feature. So I'm going to expand it to gradient mesh here. As the object is already into a gradient, created with the gradient, now it will be into gradient mesh. So I have made a video tutorial on gradient mesh. I can link up that video below. You just check it out. I'm just enabling this option now. Now you might not see major change, but there is a subtle change in the background. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use this tool called mesh tool, and then click here on the background, and also I can check with my outline. You could see that circles formation here. Okay, so I can go back and then click on the background, and you should able to see I can edit the background here, and I can change the way the things are in the background. So this gradient mesh tool is right now how you can control your background rather than using the gradient tool. I'll go to the expand options again with the same background selected, and if I open, if you could see, the gradient mesh is one of the option. I'm going to choose the specify option here. The number of objects is mentioned to 255, and it will automatically pick number of objects not crossing 255 objects. So I just select this and then apply OK, and you should able to see the background. It's not much changed, but if you could press Ctrl Y, and you should able to see there are so many objects created. It is actually so many circles, concentric circles, trying to define the gradient, and there are paths controlling this gradiency, which is way more complex way to create this gradiency. Let's have a look on the expand options when we select an text object. So I just go to this expand and then use this expand option. Here you have the object and you have fill. So what is that you want to expand here, you need to tell. So I can just pick object here, because this is a object which is not basically a path you're converting into an or you're expanding into something. So basically any complex objects or maybe flare type of effects or any shape sets and all can be expanded when you enable this option called object. Let's say if you enable the fill while selecting the text and then say OK, nothing is going to happen here because this is not a fill object, if you could see. So rather, if I switch off the fill and enable object here, and then when I say expand the object, it will expand the object here. I can press Ctrl Y and you should able to see the text is now converted into path. Okay, so you have this text and also you have a stroke for it. So it is a fill object with stroke right now. So I'm going to select that. Again, if I try to expand it, now this time these two options will work. The fill is basically the face area of the path, and you have the stroke which is orange color. So you can select the object and you can say I just wanted to convert only the stroke into a path. So just that when I do that, and you should able to see that the orange part is now a path here. Now if I just go closer to this particular text here, okay, I'm going to select that particular text, and if I just go to the object, expand is logged, whereas expand appearance is unlocked here. So what does that mean? As I've created all these effects in the text using appearance window, for that I need to select the appearance option here, and then you could see now this is now expanded into multiple paths. Okay, you can select it and then ungroup it. Now if I can select each and every text element which is basically created in the appearance window, again I need to ungroup because that's in a group like that. So all these elements are now separated. So all of them are in paths. Now let's go down here, and this was created using pattern tool. Now what I can generally do is go to the object and then again use expand option. If you could see, expand appearance is not visible or it's locked basically, whereas expand tool is unlocked. I can select that and I can apply it. Whatever tools are locked will not work for the selection. That's the idea. So I can select that and apply expand and then say OK. Now you should able to see the paths. I'm going to choose group selection tool, and you could see that paths are now visible here. Okay, so whatever shapes were earlier you're not able to select it, now you can select them, and also you can edit them with your regular path tools like that. If you like this video, subscribe the channel and share this video with your friends.